Are you wonky? Why are you wonky? There we go. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Different location, I know. Amy's gone to uni. I know, it's a really sad time. Just please, you know, like give me like 3 to 5 working days for responses on DMs. But on the plus side, it means I get to use her room to film in, which is pretty good. But the problem is, it's really echoey in here. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Oh, my boobs look quite good in this. It's because it's so fucking tight because I've gained so much weight. Anyway, let's move on. So today I thought we'd do another get ready with me whilst answering some mental health questions, because we haven't done that in a while, and I feel like, well, I personally really like doing them because they're just chill. Like, I feel like I haven't sat down and spoken to you guys for so long. And I don't know why, because I have been uploading regularly. But yeah, I asked on my Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, hit me up on Instagram. It's at marie_seneschal, which is my name. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. It's like a mix between mental health and just my social life. I know. Wow. So yeah, hit me up over there. So that's where I asked for questions, and I'm just gonna answer them now. Okay, so the first one, that took me ages to find one, like I was just reading through them all. The first one I'm gonna answer is, does relapse scare you? Do you have a plan if you feel like you're slipping again? Wow. Relapse scares the shite out of me. Oh my god, don't be, no, there's some left, please. Oh fuck, I missed my face. I love that sound. I think it's finished. That's my favourite primer. It's the Luna one, but I don't know where you can buy it from, so I'm gonna have to have a look on the internet. Oh, okay, Albie. Sorry. So it's like, yes, like the thought of it scared me. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were in there. Yes. Are you okay? I don't think I'll ever let myself fall as low as I did last time, and I genuinely believe that. Do I have things in place? Yes, I have like sorry if I'm looking down, it's because my mirror's there. Yes, I have like a care crisis plan. Like it's in like stages, so it's in like red, green and yellow. So like obviously, why did I say them in that order? That's so weird. Red, green and yellow. Green, yellow, red, red, yellow, green, I don't know. The traffic light colours. And they just have, basically, it's like, I think I've got photos, so I'll insert them if I can, if they're appropriate. I don't really know if that's oversharing. But it's like, what are your, not trigger points, but like, say if I started acting like a certain way, like that's wrote down. For example, believing I have superpowers, that was one of them. If I believe that, then that's a ticket that's in the red and that means that I need to like go to hospital. However, if it's something like not sleeping too well, that might be amber, and it just means like we need to maybe work on it, but it's not a crisis moment. Does that make sense? So yeah, I do have a plan in place. I am so privileged and lucky to be able to have a mental health team that support me, and have a mental health team that supports me and gives me tips on how to recover, because it's not easy. Like, I understand the thought process of being scared to relapse, because if you don't have the support network, like how are you supposed to be able to deal with it? So I would say, like, yes, I'm scared of relapse in like a selfish sense, in a sense that it's like, I really don't ever want to relapse because it does not end well. However, I'm not scared to relapse because I have no support, because I am, like I said, really lucky with the support I get. So yeah, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So if you don't have a relapse like crisis plan, I would say make one, even if it's for yourself. So you could give it to your parents if say if it's like self-harming, that could be in the red, and then that means that you need to be taken to a doctor, or like you need to call your mental health team, or you need to go to A&E. Like, I think if you have it, then it makes it a lot easier for you, but it also makes it easier for the people around you, because they know what to do when a certain problem comes up. I don't know if I explained that very well. Hello. Can you stop it, please?
Oh.
It's okay, it was just a bad dream. It's just a bad dream, honey. Yes. That was so funny. I like stopped petting him and he went like, to get my attention. Right, I'm sorry if I'm talking quietly. It's just because, like I said, this room echoes so much, and I'm like, I don't want my whole family to hear me. Like, I make videos all the time, and I still get embarrassed if my mum or dad can hear me, or if they come in, I'm like, go away. I'm using natural lighting today, guys. How do you feel about it? I never ever use natural lighting, just because I can't in my room, but in this room I can. Someone asked, is there a certain time of year that you struggle most in? And children, we are in this time. For me, like September to February is a really difficult time. Like normally that's just like all of my past admissions have been during those times. Like I've never ever struggled over summer. Like I think obviously the weather has a massive input in how I feel, but also like I have like personal reasons for why I struggle this time of year, which like they're the only things that I'm not going to talk about on YouTube. But yeah, I do have a certain time of year where I struggle mostly, and we are in it. A lot of people have been asking like how I am, and I'm fine. Just plodding along really, you know, doing, I don't know really what I'm doing with my life at the moment, so I'm in a bit of an existential crisis, but other than that I'm doing fine. A lot of people have commented about my sleep, that it's gone a bit, and I'm like, yes, it does, but I don't know why, it just always seems to happen. It's so fucking annoying, like I just can't seem to, oh, I'm just so annoying, like I piss myself off. I'm like, get it together, Marie, for God's sake, stop being such a little pussy. And the next question was, how do you stop having a fear of food? I think this is like a process. I used to like be terrified of certain foods, and the way I got over it was, I think it's really hard to get it started off, like to kick off the I'm gonna like try and recover from my eating disorder, or like from having disordered eating, and then eventually it gets a lot easier. But the like I said, the start is really difficult. I would say the way I kind of dealt with having a fear of food was having people around me to support me. Like I would not normally ever eat a certain food, and then I'd be with Pip, and then she would eat the food and I would feel like I was allowed to eat the food. It meant that like my mindset was I could fight back against it. And I think what you got to do really is allow yourself to let it be a process. Don't force yourself to have to, oh no, just cover my lips. I look like a pasty bitch. Yeah, like I said, I think allow yourself to realise that it is a process and that it's gonna take time. Like, it's not gonna be an overnight fix where you wake up and you can have breakfast, lunch and dinner and snacks and all of that. And it's more like conquer one thing at a time and conquer it well. Like, don't just faff around with trying to do everything at once, because that doesn't work. It really don't work. Well, not for me anyway. Like I say all the time, I'm not a professional. Like, I'm just a girl who's dealt with it. So I'm giving you like how I've personally dealt with those certain situations. Oh god, Abby, you're such a little whiny bitch. So yeah, just allow yourself to be like, I'm not going to try and do everything at once, because that doesn't work. What I did personally was like start off with having a meal plan, sort of. I didn't ever get given one from my... Abby is testing my patience today. I never had like a dietitian or a meal plan from, just because they weren't actually like a specialist eating disorder place. Like, they didn't really do much for my eating disorder, except for the consultant said to me, if you don't eat or if you don't start gaining weight, I'm going to send you to the eating disorder place near where I'll be. I think the only thing that really kind of kicked me into process was the fact that even though they weren't like eating disorder places, it was like the doctor said to me, oh, if you don't start gaining weight or eating, then I will just send you to, I can't remember what the place is called, like the eating disorder place in like the next city from me. And he was like, I'll just send you there and you'll get tubed and you'll have to stay there for like 8 months. No. So that really scared me, and I don't know if that's like a very good thing or a bad thing. Either way, it worked. I did start gaining weight just because I was fucking terrified of being sent away. But does that make sense? Like, I don't know if that makes fully sense, but someone said, why bother to recover? I don't see any point in it. And it's a choice. Like, you don't just wake up one day and, oh, I'm recovered now. It's a choice. Like, if you don't want to recover, just know that like things in your life won't get better, because there are so many reasons to recover. I don't even know if I should do a whole video on reasons to recover, like the reasons that have helped me. Because I know a lot of you say like that you're, I don't want to sound like I'm being like proper like, oh, look at me, but like a lot of people say like, oh, you have really great friends and family, and which I do, like I completely do. I'm so lucky. But like I also I did have to work for these things, and not in a mean way saying that, like, but like with friends, like you have to put in the effort. With family, you have to gain the trust. Like, it doesn't just fall into place. There was a time when I felt and was so alone, and I didn't have anyone to talk to, because I had pissed off all my friends because I hadn't made any effort with them. So I felt like I couldn't talk to them at all. My family were sick of me and the problems that I was causing. It was a nightmare, and that was about 4 years ago, and I would say it's taken me, I'm not saying it's gonna take you 4 years, but it's taken me this long to be like, you know what? Yeah, I have great things, but that is because I have worked for them as well. In saying that though, I'm not saying that, like, I've been very lucky with the support, like I said, that I've received. I feel like I have to like explain myself every time I talk on YouTube, because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but at the same time, like, I'm not saying that I've had all of these things and I've worked really hard for them, because there are some things that I have, but there are also things that I have just been very lucky in, like the postcode lottery, to receive really good help from like the mental health teams. Let me just... So yeah, it's done. Yeah, like I said, I am so fortunate in the help that I've had, but there are some things that I've had to work for, and there are some things that I still really struggle with, but just don't know how to voice. Next question is, do you think that mental health online affects you negatively or positively? Like, which one? Overall, I think it's had a positive effect on my mental health, just because like I've been able to communicate with people and like find my people. Like I wouldn't have so many friends if I didn't talk about mental health online or join the community kind of thing. So I think that's so positive. Obviously when I was younger I used to use it negatively because I would go on certain sites and search for certain hashtags which were really detrimental. And I think if you'd have asked me this question in 2016, I would have had the exact opposite answer. I would have just said it negatively and effectively. I'm very lucky that I benefit from talking about mental health online. Does that make sense? Like, I know that some people it's so hard, and for me it's become kind of second nature. And I don't know whether that's, give me a comment whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I don't actually know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like the fact that I talk about mental health is just second nature, is that good or bad? I would say good, but at the same time it doesn't sound normal. I don't know. Right, let me do my mascara and then we'll do one more question. Fuck. Can you see that? I have to wait till that dries now. Looking like an absolute knob. Oh, fuck off. I've just done it on my nose. And it's on the bump as well, so you know that's really gonna fuck me up. I'm so dramatic. Right, and the final question is, do you still get urges to self-harm? That's like a blurred lines one. I would say day to day, no, I don't, which is amazing because I used to just constantly, it didn't matter what was going on, whether I had a good day or a bad day, it was like I would self-harm, which is just ridiculous and not good, so don't do that. I'm not trying to be patronising, I was totally joking when I said like don't do that, because obviously I know it's not that easy, so just take it with a pinch of salt. Sometimes I say shit and I don't really think it through. Classic Marie. I wouldn't say that I have so much urges, it would be more I have the thought. So like, for example, if something bad happened, then I wouldn't so much have an urge to do it, but my brain would go and have the thought and go, why don't you self-harm? Does that make sense? Because I think I've conquered the urges, and I want to do a video about how I did that, but firstly I've got to like find out myself how I did that, because I don't really know. It just kind of happened over time. But if you'd like a video on how I managed to like conquer urges or like get rid of them, not really get rid of them, that's not right, more like live with them and actually learn to start helping yourself a bit more, then give this video a like. This is my makeup. So I really, I'm gonna zoom out because you don't need to see my face this close. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below anything you want, like absolutely anything. Comment down below your favourite quote along with your favourite food, because we love that, we love to see it, yeah. I will say my favourite quote is, and here you are living despite it all. You all know that. My favourite food is probably noodles. Judge me. It's like that, you know, when people used to do their meal deal, judge me. Yeah, go on, judge me. Right, I am gonna love you and leave you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to stay tuned for next week's video. There will be another mental health video on sorry. I don't know why I did that. There'll be another mental health video on Monday, and then I've got a video coming on Thursday as well. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and I'll see